Well, since the last streaming session's been really busy and quite unable to play. So let's try to get back into business with the streaming. I'll have a couple of punk IBA peers to go with me. So next 2 hours or so, let's do a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima streaming. To be honest, I don't even remember exactly where I left off. So maybe a little bit of oh yeah, now I actually remember. There was this outpost I was gonna conquer or something. So this is I guess a good way to kind of get warm up for the action. I guess after a while, more than a week, um, it takes a bit of a time to get adjusted to the controls once again. So anyway, welcome to the stream. I hope it won't be boring. And today's topic is, that is, if we want to talk more than just a game, is the Lords of Chaos movie, since that video came out today. Interesting. Didn't really advertise this stream beyond Discord channel, so I don't know how many people will even realize this stream is going on, but let's go with that. Oops, this wasn't planned. I just misclicked. Oh, well, here it goes. Hello, Devin. Nice to have some people around. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, just a couple of minutes ago, I really didn't react to social media pages. I just started streaming and figured out I could be poking around people a little bit later. I just challenge those enemies, so I don't have to find them. They can do the trick for me. So yeah, being a little bit busy and hence haven't really had the time to play. I have to be honest, I have quite missed gaming because you know it's the form of relaxation for me that does the trick more than others. I mean, I get kind of restless when I just watch movies. I need something else to do. And to be honest, I've been watching more movies lately than before because, well, lack of access to the gaming console. So I've watched good movies, I've watched not so good movies, say more mediocre ones. And I'm not even talking about Lord of Chaos, but more like latest Rambo movie, latest Terminator movie, heck, even latest Lisbeth Salander movie. I don't know if you know who Lisbeth Salander is, but well, let's say that they are those Swedish thriller movies, crime stories, which are most of the time really good. But like this latest one, well, really, really mediocre. So that was it. I think I wanna just take a look at this undiscovered location. I mean, the latest Rambo, it was quite horrible. I'm talking about The Last Blood, obviously. In case you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Rambo 4, which was very, very decent. Not good, but decent. But this last one was so stupid, starting from the plot. Oops. So what the hell are these? Some kind of a special guys or what the fuck? How I'm suddenly sucking so much. I mean, the latest Rambo, I don't want to spoil the plot in case somebody watches it, but it really makes no fucking sense. It's just an excuse to make Rambo finally a psychopath. Very, very different person than what he was in the first movie. So it was really, really lazy, like storytelling. There's no logic at all. And to be honest, that action part, the last 30 minutes or so, it isn't that good, but it's the only enjoyable part in the movie. I didn't conduct interview with Eric. I was meant to do that at Steelfest a couple of years ago. He didn't threaten to do anything to me, uh, but he mailed me, like he emailed me after the video I made about Batain a couple of years ago. Like when I made this question, is Batain now kind of a more commercialized, like kind of a sellout kind of a thing, because they had this, like, we're not gonna do interviews except for selected media only, and this was done by their label peer person. So it felt really stupid, and well, Eric decided to write me about it. He was polite and all, and wanted to explain it, and I replied him, but he never replied me back. Then a few months later, I wanted to do a Batain interview at Steelfest, and they promised to do one. but they never got back to me, so it never happened, even though they had promised to do it. I don't know if they even realized it was the same guy, or if it was intentional, or was it kind of a payback thing, to promise to give me an interview and then not to do it. I don't think I did. I don't think I did Imperium interview with Watain. Yeah, sometimes I feel like artists should have thicker skin indeed. Especially when we're talking about goddamn black metal, artists. We're not talking about some whatever kind of a rock and roll artist, but bands that are supposed to play Satan's music, if you will. So it kind of felt very weird. That it felt really weird that, that kind of people would be upset about what some journalist or whatever it is says about them. I don't even consider myself a journalist because, it's not really my hobby. I'm just a guy who reviews albums and who interviews people. I don't know if that qualifies as being journalist, but really I don't want to use that word too loosely because, they're really pro journalists in the world. Yeah, that is very true, Scum. I think bands will get that question. And to be honest, I don't know if I even care about bands having, sold out. Because to be honest, it's not that interesting to me anyway. I mean, we could say that sold out thing for many bands, being about Darkthrone or Burzum or whatever, the kind of bands that you don't really feel like they are, sold out. Because after all, it's kind of a matter of perspective when you think like if a band has sold out or not. Leonardo, I'm actually now using the longbow, which is way more powerful than the default half bow. So that's why it seems so OP. It's this longbow that just basically one-shots these enemies, especially if you can just, surprise them. But that half bow isn't nearly as effective.
Сумтар хаваас нийсчихсэн. Бэлбэшэн гिचгий. Бидний хуулаас адныхаа шидэж сумын хураа гэсэн. Очиж барь.
But yeah, indeed, it's sometimes so funny how band members seem so insecure, even though they might look like the cool guys of the block. You know, they might be really like tough guys, and then you notice that they are taking things way too seriously, or they feel like, hurt just because somebody, well, I don't know, maybe write a negative review and stuff like that. So it's kind of a weird how many artists who say like, I don't care, I mean, I'm beyond that, I don't care about what people think about me, blah blah blah. And then when you actually read their interviews or maybe comment their stuff, they're like butthurt. And I'm like, what the fuck? Seriously. Of course I get that negative stuff as well. You know, making wrong opinions or statements or telling that some album isn't in fact good. And then people try to, I don't know, annoy me, troll me or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who cares? It's just my opinion. And if you can't handle that opinion, like, well, maybe you're too weak to begin with. Like, if you can't handle some, I don't know, review guy to criticize your band, stop doing music. That's my advice. I have quite, I don't know, Nietzschean approach about this. Like, the saying, like, if things are about to fall, they also shall be pushed. So, I mean, basically that's like one way to say that weed out the weak. I mean, Leonardo, they're insecure about, as artists, as these so-called tough metalheads. So instead of being these tough guys, being tough skin and all that stuff, they're quite the opposite. So it's sometimes so funny that these warriors of Satan, are just like weakling kids. And it's not like I have a personal issue with these people. I mean, I don't. I mean, they can be what the fuck they want. But stop posing. This is more about attacking the posers rather than anything else, I mean, if you want to be a tough guy, well, be tough. Don't just try to look tough, Like, be honest about it. I wouldn't give a hard time to anybody who is like a sensitive person. I mean, if that's what they really are, So, like, be a sensitive person then. Don't act like a tough guy. And it's all cool, in my books anyway. And that's one of the problems which I really have with black metal. I mean, as you probably know, black metal is one of my favorite things in the world, so to speak. Especially in music. I adore what black metal bands are able to do with music. Sometimes with lyrics, sometimes that ideology, that passion, everything in black metal. But what I really don't like is that how much posers and wannabes it attracts versus other genres. Leonardo, I totally understand, because that's very true. And I mean, that is one of the weakest things in black metal, is that how much there is fake. And or like Scum says, narcissist people. And yeah, it is embarrassing. And I don't mean that black metal should be about tough people. I'm not gonna say that. I don't mean that. I mean, what I'm trying to say basically is that so many other genres especially traditional heavy metal, thrash metal, doom metal, death metal. People are people are more kind of laid back, and they're just more real and less fake. They're less about being a pissing contest and more about we just want to play this kind of music and write these like kind of lyrics. If you don't like it, too bad. And this is exactly basically what escalated in Norway as well, especially when we're talking about this Lords of Chaos movie. The video I, you know, published today or scheduled for today.
何があった？街道を歩いていたら悲鳴が聞こえまして、駆けつけた時にはこのありさまで。
Yes, Scum. That is very true. That's why it's hard to, hate bands like Drud or Hate Forest. Don't do interviews if you don't want to. Don't publish lyrics. Don't do anything stupid. I mean, create certain kind of Okay, now a cutscene.
槍川武者は代々に対馬無類の剣士と言えり、槍川家でもただ一人僧侶にのみ授けたる秘伝の技こそ人呼んで憤怒の舞、いかなる守りも貫けり。憤怒の舞の第一の達人こそ槍川島の時より公。民これをしたえども、公は志村の勢いを妬めり。修行を取り戻さんとて公は志村に謀反してあまたの武者が相発る。志村の父も弟どもも槍川秘伝の憤怒の舞に倒さるる。なれど堺の助くれば志村乱を鎮め時より公を滅ぼせり。末後の息で時より公苔の下よりよみがえり志村を討たんと期す。いまだ元槍川の社には時より公への捧げ物絶えざる。民が願うは志村の死。時より公の怨霊は憤怒の舞にて受けたもう。
怨霊が人を殺したとでも言いたいのか？
この者らは客を騙し儲けを得ていた商人。恨みも買っておりましょ
う。誰かが死を願ったと？
怨霊を祀る社に供物が満たされた時、報復の血が流れると言います。
どうすれば見つかる？
怨霊に祈りが届くように槍川では藁や花びらを燃やして煙を立てるはず。それが目印になりましょう。
All right, back from the cutscene. So Scum, yeah, I didn't know that about cut horses, but I think that's a kind of a good point. I mean, for example, for me, it doesn't matter whether you're right wing or left wing. If you don't like, how to say, make it everybody else's problem, If you don't like praise that stuff, I don't care. For example, I can enjoy Napalm Death as much as Burzum. Well, not musically, but that's not the point here. I think it doesn't matter if you're, for example, a left-wing band. If you don't make it like other people's problem, it's not a problem. So that's why I kind of like what you said. No names, no information, no egos. It's all about just the music. And you can just focus on the music without getting some stupid faces or weird ego stuff. I think that ego stuff kind of got Euronymous killed, but it's also how Vikernes ruined Burzum, let ego running his business. Because after all, after Philosophem, when, Vark got into prison and all that stuff, well, Burzum also kind of died with Euronymous. Hello, Autumn Leaves. Finland is great. I was actually at the movies today for the first time in about a year. Went to see Christopher Nolan movie Tenet, and it was amazing. Yeah, well, I don't have a problem with left-wing catharsis. To be honest, I think it's finally quite refreshing to have that kind of left-wing people who are not Antifa assholes. You know, they're not ruining it for everybody. So yeah, I think it can be good. Like I said, I don't have a problem uh, people having left-wing or right-wing thoughts. Leonardo, what is drug? Yeah, I mean, Varg indeed outshines Burzum. It's kind of a hilarious. I mean, the more Varg has been on social media, less good Burzum becomes. So I think, you know, the more Burzum got fame, more Weakerness got fame, the crappier Burzum got. So I don't know if that's not a sellout thing, but it definitely means that the more popularized, I don't know if that's the right word even, but the more popular Weakerness became, the crappier Burzum became. YouTube cutting your comments, Leonardo. Okay, try explaining yourself with some other ways, I guess. Oh, scum, that's so stupid. Yeah, I mean, that's so stupid. That kind of, I don't know in which kind of country you have to live in to have that kind of shit happening. If only Weakerness would have focused on his music as much, he was focusing on creating this Weakerness. I don't know, image. Maybe he basically ran out of ideas. Okay, scum, that's a really weird thing, to be honest. Autumn Leaves, of course I would love to feature. I guess there's nobody else but Varg which should be interviewed for Rauta. Because, of course, you know, he's one of the most controversial metal characters ever.
Sakai-sama.
So yeah. And Leonardo, you're absolutely right. Maybe he's living the dream. Like, why? I mean, basically, Weakerness reached the rock and roll dream. Marry the girl of your dreams, raise a family, have a nice income. So, basically, Weakerness is the black metal Ozzy Osbourne. A little bit goofy guy who got his dream. It's very weird for a shop to not to sell products because you wear wrong kind of band shirt. So much about
白状させてくださいよ。
ここで
so
はお
much
話し
about
できません。
freedom of
Ah,
speech. I mean, it's weird. People have these Che Guevara shirts, and it's just like cool thing. And when you have Burzum shirt, it's not a cool thing. It's a
俺の死を
dangerous
願うなん
thing.
てあんまりだ。
怨霊のことで思い悩むな。ことによっては切られるのだぞ。
怨霊は
Leonardo, indeed, I don't find
Do you
much
ことだ？
logic
以
in
前道で賊
Vikernes.
に襲われた時、怨霊に助けてもらったんです。
Autumn leaves, I think it's much like in Finland, and I think it makes people get back to the society sooner. And that kind of prison system has been proved to work very well. I mean, it means these kind of criminals are less likely to commit crimes again. So these kind of prison systems are actually good.
毎晩ここに来ていました。
墓。誰のものだ？
藤次郎のものです。
I mean, everybody knows that American system where you can just
こいつの家族が
sentence
野営
somebody
におるの
for
で、
hundreds of
うまい
years.
言い訳が見つからなかったんです。
That's not helping.
合点
It's
がい
actually
った。
making
だが
those
野営
crimes
の
even
ものは
more
特進
brutal
がいかぬだろう。
because when you realize
離れた方が
that
良い。
どこに行
okay,
けば
you robbed a store and you're getting like I don't know 10 or 20
有明
years.
に行けばよい。
Why the fuck not just
さあ、
kill your
すぐに
way
立て。
out of that store? Because it doesn't matter if you get 20 years or 2,000 years, because your life is anyway ruined. And this is not just my opinion, this is backed up by some statistics and facts. So yeah, American system doesn't work, but then again, they have these very commercialized prison system, so that is it's private business, and of course the private sector is very much supporting that kind of a penalty system. I mean, of course, if I would run a prison, I would say, yeah, let's have those prisons, those sentences, like hundreds of years. It would be fucking good for me if I own a prison. So, private system, privately owned prison system is, it's just like fucking stupid unless you own a prison. Then it's great. So America is, that's why America has so many, inmates. But when we are talking about how to get those criminals back to society without committing those crimes again, that's when you have this Finnish model. And I think it's the same in Sweden and Norway. If you want to read about it, there's plenty of information available. But yeah, Finland has been complimented about this very easy prison system. And I am kind of a capitalist, so it's not like I am against, earning money. I actually think one of the best things in United States is the possibility, to make that American dream come true. So it's not like I am against being an entrepreneur and making your business. But I don't think prison system should be a private sector thing. I think it should be government run thing. And that's it. But like in everything, be it about prison system, being about war, I mean, of course, there's so many factors in the game, Like for example, waging war. I mean, it creates jobs, you know? So, while we could say, like, Americans are so stupid because they participate in wars, whether it's Iraq or Vietnam, you have to understand it's a lot more political than you would think at first. It's not about just, being a world police. It's also about making people keep their jobs because war is a fucking expensive business. But it also means that a lot of people get to have their jobs, making guns, ships, all kind of machinery, all kinds of equipment, vehicles, etc. So waging war, expensive business, sure, but it also means making a lot of money. So these are complicated things. What the hell? I was sure that there was some kind of a smoke coming out from this building. Kinda is, but nothing is here. Yeah, that's the thing. So anyway, be it about prison system being about waging war or whatever, it's always about some people going to make money. Because money and hoochie hoochie coochie spins the world. There are always bills to pay. And nobody wants to pay. Everybody wants to earn. Except normal working class. They're just happy to survive. You know. And Leonardo, exactly. No money, no honey. So you either pay your life with your wallet, or then you pay it with your hoochie coochie. Yeah, money is convenient. I'm not saying otherwise. I'm just saying money is very, very useful and nice thing to have. It definitely makes my life easier. Yeah, power is one form of currency. And that's why it's being said that, vagina is a great currency as well. Because, you can spin the world with your vagina. Because even the most powerful, the richest people, they want that stuff too. It's all biology, man. I'll be honest with you people, since you are here, following the stream, and wanting to see how desperate and horrible person I am. for example, I'm in a happy place because I actually have a couple of hobbies which are actually making me more income than costing me money. Rauta being just one of them. And the thing here is, I'm in a happy place because usually, I mean, there's a saying, kind of a good saying in Finnish, that it's not a real hobby unless it costs all your money. Horsey! Why don't you jump with me? So there's a saying that all good hobbies cost you all your money. Well, kind of. I mean, if you're a record collector, you know, or model trains, sports, basically, you're gonna use your money in your hobby. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. Real hobbies take all your money and all your time. And that's kind of how it should be. Hobbies are supposed to be things of passion, where you are ready to spend your money and time. Or rocks can be a hell of a hobby as well. Now my point is, Rauta is one of my hobbies. It's hardly, you know, it's not my work. I mean, it actually is a lot of work to do it, but well, it's mostly fun to do it, and it doesn't really cost me money to, you know, review albums or interview people. Traveling to interview people is one thing, but doing interviews as such or listening to music obviously doesn't cost me money. Now the good thing is I can actually get some benefits, like get a free press pass to a festival. So technically I'm kind of like making money with my hobby, right? Now it gets more complicated. If I want to serve you more interviews, that will cost money. I mean, it will cost me money. So the thing here is, even these kind of hobbies are not possible without money. So while I am in a nice place and I could do my hobby with, you know, relatively low budget, well, every fucking thing costs money. So yeah, money spins the world in so many ways. Like, if it wasn't about money, I would be delivering you interviews every fucking week. Heck, maybe more than once a week. But because things just fucking cost money, we need to have that money. So, in essence, we are trapped in our lives. So yeah, money is very fucking handy thing to have. Yeah, Scum, that's like an old saying. Leonardo, you work at the funeral services. Well, that must be some interesting work. But yeah, making one's hobby one's job, it isn't as simple as one could think of it. For example, there are lucky few who can actually do it. I think Werewolf of Satanic Warmaster, he runs his own label, so I think he's pretty much making his livelihood. And Mikko Aspa of Clandestine Blaze, Northern Heritage, he's also, you know, making money with record label and all. So I guess those guys are kind of making money with their hobby.
ここにも社がある。文がないということはすでに怨霊に読まれたか。争い近い。
But making money with hobby is always a kind of a two-edged sword. I'll try to explain. For example, an artist who makes money with his music sounds like a dream come true, right? But now comes the thing. In order for him to be successful, he has to make money, music that actually sells. So, will he actually abandon some good ideas because he might think they're not, well, so easy to sell? So will he pick weaker ideas as for his songs just because he could sell them more easily? You probably already get what I am going at. So it's always a kind of a tricky thing to have that kind of a hobby which then makes your income. That is also very true, Scum. Yeah. If you just kind of force your art just because you need to make that money, if you need to be touring or making the new music so you can just sell it. I mean, there's this risk that you just end up diluting the whole idea, which I think happened with Burzum. Autumn leaves, very much true. Luckily, I don't have to worry about that with Rauta. But I mean, if it was up to my livelihood, doing interviews and all that stuff, like, would I go only for the big fish so that I would have food on my table versus going for some weird ass underground bands, because I don't have to worry about how much those interviews are being watched, So it's a tricky thing. Hello, Erju. Yeah, and I agree with that idea. Selling your creativity for money, that is hardly a good thing. I mean, of course, you can be a creative person. For example, you could create music, I don't know, for advertisement as your day job, and then for your hobby, do your metal music or whatever your genre is. You can have both. For example, I'm constantly running a lot of melodies in my head, and most of them wouldn't fit my own band because they're not the type of stuff what I would like to have in a black metal band. But I guess I could, use some of those ideas. For example, some advertisement music. All right, cheers, Autumn leaves. Take care and peace out. Urge you, that's how I think about it. Yeah, Monster Energies. That's a good stuff. I have been enjoying sometimes those when I have been at the game expos and we have gotten some energy drinks from the booth. Usually I don't drink them at all, but with those expo days I sometimes have a few of them.
ここにも供物が。堺家最後の生き残りであり、志村の飼い犬堺仁を金剛の庭に招き入れ死に様を見せてください。俺を殺すことが願いだと。金剛の庭に出向かい終わらせる。
Garden of the Gods.
もし
Yeah, drinking a few is way too much. I mean, it's okay if you drink like one or maybe two. But drinking a few, no, that's a move I wouldn't call a smart one.
Sakai-sama.
金剛の庭を探しておるのだが、
この近くの金剛歴史をお探しください。名のある仏師が掘ったもので、庭を見守るように立っています。
Yeah, I get you.
怨霊がかけていきました。
姿を見たのか。行き先は
金剛の庭の方で
It
す。
kind of makes you
不気味なほ
way
ど
too
ホタルが集まっ
restless
てお
when
り
you
ます。
have all that caffeine, guarana, and other stuff that kind of keeps you going.
金剛力士の像、ここに違いない。
But in fact, it actually
だが
makes
怨霊は
me more focused when I am, at some expo, standing for 10 hours. So it might actually
怨霊に取り殺されろ。
help.
お前が怨霊だな。
我は死者の灰を巻き上げる風。
Reach the sky! I'm trying to get some
と
beer!
共に滅んだ技の使い手。何者だ。
Okay,
乱を生き延び
let's
た
not go
武士の
there.
娘か。
皆死に絶えた。ここはもう死者の国だ。
Oh no, a dueling spirit.
誰が俺を殺せと。
お前に神戸を垂れる百姓、お前に笑顔を向ける秋人、槍川の民すべてが堺家と志村家の死を望んでいる。
Yeah,
我らを許した者もい
that's
る。
what happened.
復讐を求める者のため、我が安らぎを与えるのだ。
What the hell?
まんまと現れよって。
その動き見切った。
お前も槍顔で死ね。
And that's how I...
体内それでも武士か。
In the end, you were nothing but a goddamn crappy samurai. Samurai!
早い。
まんまと現れよって。ついに敵を撃った。
Yes, come, that's what happens. It's kind of a given that I have had a little bit of a break with this game.
「その動き見切った。
お前も槍顔で死ね。何をしている。
見極めておれ。これで終わりだ。
違う、死ぬのはお前だ。
Haha, that's
お
how
前
you
は
do
腕
it.
が立つが、怒りのあまり真の敵を見誤ったが、憤怒の舞はもらい受けた。正しく
Gotta say, I'm so happy to be playing again. It's been a really, really enjoyable game, by the way. So, guys, back to the topic of the day, so to speak. Have you watched the movie I was talking about today? That is Lord of the Movie. Lord of the Movie. Lords of Chaos. Lord of the Movie. God damn it. I feel like I should be going on with these. Still not everything liberated. God damn it. Going on with these legendary, or sorry, mythic quests. Sorry, I missed a couple of comments. Urdu, yeah, I was talking about Tenet, but also Lords of Chaos. Lords of Chaos was way better than what I expected, but it's not a great movie. But it's entertaining, and it's kind of a fun to have this more fictional take on the story everybody knows. But Tenet, yeah, that's a very, very different thing. Leonardo, which one are you talking about? Tenet or Lords of Chaos? I missed if you said that. Yeah, the violence was really good. Very, very true. Yeah, it's Lords of Chaos is not like a mandatory thing to watch, but it has some good violence, and I don't know. I felt entertained. Erju, very, very true. I think it's a bad idea to watch the movie in one sense, and that is to feel kind of disappointed that those guys were actually teenagers. Yeah, Metallica single as well. I had already forgotten that. I'm pretty sure it boosted Mayhem and the Burzum sales, that is.
いやー、ちょうどいい時にお越しくださいましたね。この先に猛虎の野営があって、食い物やら着物やら薬がたっぷり、何十人何百人分も、しかも兵が出払ってて分取るとしたら今ですよ、今。
何か隠しておるな。
そんな滅相もありませんよ。
The funny thing is that those actors were a lot older than the characters they portrayed. Like for example, the Euronymous actor was around 28. Then again, Euronymous was roughly 24, 25. Actually, I really wondered why it had this hot chocolate kind of a thing. And I have no idea. I have no idea why. Yeah, some say it was supposed to show his confidence, and some say it was supposed to, show him how cold-blooded he was. But I don't know. Neither of those actually sound very believable. Rauta movie. What would be a Rauta movie all about?
なぜ野営を見つけた？猛虎兵をつけてみたんです。そしたら奴ら物見を置かず略奪に行くんでさ。では道で誰を待っておった？待ってて、いや誰も。酒井様にはたまたまお会いしたんですよ。槍川の町に身を寄せる民は物資が足りず困っておろう。そうそう助けてあげませんとね。
Yeah, Scum, I know what you mean. I find it hilarious that in Lord of Chaos movie, Vikernes was fucking a lot. Like as if he had dozens and dozens of groupies.
集められるだけ集めてくれ。
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Vikernes actually denied all that happening. Because now he's one of those people who's very judgmental, about watching porn and stuff like that. Like, for example, even if he had all those groupies, it could be that his nowadays wife wouldn't like that he was such a stallion. Not saying he was, but it just could have been like that, because we all know how girls like them bad boys, Oh, you have a band, let me suck your... I mean, it happens even nowadays with less bad boys than Vikernes and Euro. So it could have happened like that.
珍しい鉱物や材木、敷物とか。まずは食料だ。それがなくては誰も戦を生き抜けぬぞ。ああ、もちろん食料も。小屋には何もありませんでしたよ。あるのはクズだけ。調べた方が良いな。
I mean, I would be actually surprised if those guys didn't have groupies.
違う、誤解だ。助けを連れてきた。こちらは酒井様。噂のクロード様だ。事のあらましを言い開け。検事に騙されたんですよ。騙してなんかいません。猛虎が物資を買うはずだったのに、銭を払わず代わりにこの夏を捕虜に取ったんですよ。猛虎が買うはずだった。あいつら戻ってくる。早く縄をほどいて。物資はどこで手に入れた？スゲガサ州から盗んだ。
Well, the movie ends pretty much when Euro's dead and Vikernes is taken by the police. Basically, there is no story in the movie after that. because it is in fact about weakness. Weakness. Weakness and Euro and Faust. So basically, oh, hello, bear. So basically, once their story is over, the movie is over. Which kind of makes a lot of sense.
Kenji! Natsuo! もう出てきてもいいぞ!
No wonder I suck with so much, because I still have this bow outfit. Yeah, I think it's nice that they told this forced story also. I mean, they could have told weakness and Euro story even without Dead, even without forced. But it would have been a lot emptier story without that. Or those parts.
これからあの酒樽を荷車に乗せて。ケンジ、お怒りだぞ。酒井様。
Yeah, they show dead suicide and it's very brutal, very gory. And they show Dead, of course, before the suicide. You know, with his weird habits, like how he was breathing in from this plastic bag of a dead crow, like what was told he was doing in real life as well. So the violence is very graphic. It's very much worth the watch just for the graphic violence. Murders, suicide, and other stuff. I wouldn't actually recommend that movie to sensitive people, sensitive about, you know, cutting their own skin or lots of blood and stuff like that. Yeah, that cat stuff was weird. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but yeah, it was weird. But yeah, Dead was pretty much in the movie, pretty much like what I have read about him. Well, Archie, the thing is, there was a lot of truthful things in the movie also. I think it mostly truthful. But of course there are lots of made up stuff or stuff that couldn't be confirmed, especially the dialogue. Like who could, you know, who could actually remember or back up that dialogue? Like, we really can't stop Weakerness telling the truth here, right? Because he's so goddamn biased. One of my friends was actually like upset about like how easily Weakerness killed Euronymous. Like she felt that it was made to look so easy, where in fact it probably wasn't. But then again, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Weakerness said that, because it would actually make him look like less of a psychopath versus cold-blooded killer. Well, anyway, maybe that's enough about the movie. Watch it or don't. Now you know at least what I was thinking about that. But Tenet, that Nolan movie, I would recommend it. It's quite a next level stuff. Best movie of the decade? No, I don't know. Revenant was good, but I guess I would say Tenet is probably a better movie. And then I die. Well, Interstellar would probably be quite good candidate for my Hey, come on, motherfucker. How come I am not handling this fight at all right now? Yeah, it's a weird helmet. Django was good, but not my favorite Tarantino movie. Interstellar might very well be my favorite Nolan movie. But again, I really like Tenet as well. And to be honest, I've liked all Nolan movies. Come on, what the fuck? Well, yeah, Tarantino. Uh, for me, it's just hits. Tarantino, Nolan, and Fincher. That's pretty much of it. Three directors that just, I don't know, managed to get me every fucking time. Well, Scorsese mostly. But it wouldn't be in my top three. Now that I think of it, I really can't name any Scorsese movie which I wouldn't have liked, so guess he's one of those directors for me too. How did you like it? I think The Irishman was good, but not as good as I was kind of hoping it to be. Especially because it features some of my favorite actors. Yeah, it's very lengthy one.
昨べ現れて見ましたか？
落ち着け。お
But
主
yeah,
の名は
De Niro and especially Al Capone.
シオ
Al Capone.
でございます。
I mean Al Pacino
して
would
何
be
を見た？
in my top favorite actors of all time.
カッパです。
妖怪の？確かか。
かつて父に聞かされた通りでした。川に住み、地面に爪痕を残し、
殺されずに済んだのか。
父が
Alright, good night, scum.
追い
I will
払い
be
私は
going to
隠れ
bed
ていたの
soon
で
is anyway.
すると水が跳ねて叫び声が。
父親を探してみよう。家におれ。水辺によるでないぞ。
お気をつけください。カッパは空腹のはず。
こぼれている。急いでおったようだ。
I don't think I will be here for more than maybe 30 minutes. But I need to get some. I need to take a leak and then come back. Be right back. Alrighty. Yeah, very much. I can totally agree with that, heard you. And I think those aging effects were mostly just totally okay. Ooh, kappa. I remember reading about these kappa demons years and years ago.
やはりな。笛だ。シノの父親のものだろう。シノに渡さねば。
影、さあ。
父さんは
手遅れであった。
カッパの仕業です。
カッパではない。賊だ。
いえ、こんなひどいこと人には。
追い込まれれば化け物になるのが人というもの。行く当てはあるのか。
赤島におばがおります。
これは父親のものか。
はい。どうもありがとうございます。さようなら。
さよなら。
すぐに立ちます。
Oh yeah. Let's do a quick visit. I think time for one more mission, and then I guess I better head to bed as well. Because my mom is coming for a visit tomorrow.
恐れながら数が足りませんね。
また頼むぞ。
期待しておりますよ。
こうした戦の最中では神に助けを求めてはいかがでしょう。社は鳥居の向こうにあります。
頼みを聞き入れてくださると良いのだがな。
聞いていらっしゃるし見ていらっしゃる。鍛錬を続ければ答えてくださるでしょう。
そうだな。励むとしよう。
how does the supply situation look like? Any gear upgrades? Almost.
稽古台から竹をもらって荷台を直しましたが、あれはお侍のものだとか。本当ですか？
あれは剣の腕を磨くものだ。心を澄まし、人たちで竹を切らねばならん。
ご無礼をいたしました。すべてお返しいたします。あの大きな旗も。
そうしてくれぬか。荷車のことは無念であろうが、稽古台使わせてもらおう。
鎧を整えてもよろしいでしょうか。ああ、素材を十分にお持ちでないようですね。
礼を言う。
Now, where is the trapper?
太刀を鍛えて差し上げましょうか。
It's kind of annoying, it doesn't even show all these icons. God damn it. All I wanted to do is sell some goddamn extra stuff. Okay, let's do it the stupid way then.
Kane, 材木、布を扱います。素晴らしい品です。
チの切れ味を鮮やかにいたしましょう。
鎧を仕立て直しましょうか。もうこの刃は通しません。
I think I will just call it a day now and head to the next mythic quest location. Probably get this started and continue the next time, which might be tomorrow, I'm not sure. Thanks for being us with Erju. See ya next time. I'm gonna hit the sack in 10 minutes or so anyway.
待っておったぞ酒井仁。行けわっぱ。
裏切り者のすげがさし死であがなうがよい。
侍なぞ本物の武人とは言えぬ。我らが武勲を抜け抜けと盗む野党も同然。覚悟しろ。
かかってこい。
城育ちの軟弱者め所詮この程度か。
息を切らしておるぞ。
No.
城育ちの軟弱者め所詮この程度か。
息を切らしておるぞ。
God damn it.
城育ちの軟弱者め所詮この程度か。
息を切らしておるぞ。
No.
白育ちの軟弱者め所詮この手
息を切らしておるぞ。
白育ちの軟弱者め所詮この程度か。
息を切らしておるぞ。
Okay, that's it. That's it. No more streaming tonight. Otherwise, I will be playing the rest of the night in this fight. So, good night. Thank you for being on the stream. And all that.